So at this point, we've kind of hit a milestone with our audit. We've gone over, well, let's take a look actually, a lot of content, a lot of how you find blog topics, blog strategy, basic title tags description, basic on-site practices such as headers, keyword insertion, internal, external links. So we're pretty much at like a good point to kind of see how, I would, or someone on my team, or someone kind of well-versed in SEO and all these concepts would actually go about doing this part of the audit thus far. So to start, I am using this particular website because this is what I used before sadly, a lot of this stuff lost its audio. If you can cut this part out, it'd be good. I lost my train of thought. So it appears in the 11th video, the GeoPage strategy, Solomon Steiner Peck. We actually did analyze this website, but we're going to go do a deep dive now. And I will say, if memory serves me correctly, this website actually looks like it was redesigned between now and then. So there's one way to do this, and this isn't exactly a part of audit, but this is a kind of handy tool. We're all talking about SEO. We're talking about semi-high-level technical things, so we might as well provide as many tools as possible. So if you've ever heard of the Wayback machine, this is a way that you can see how websites evolved and were archived over time. This is great for people that want to retrieve old content and stuff from their website that they might have lost in the past. And it's a good way to see if this particular law firm, or this top law firm in Cleveland, actually did do a redesign. So website's not really indexed that often. It means that Google doesn't have a particular reason to crawl it. It's not really a great thing if they haven't had it crawled in about a year. But yeah, let's take a look. I think it's going to appear to be exactly how I remember it. That is how I remember it. So yeah, there was a company that did have the pleasure of redesigning this website in the past few months. I'll say, kudos. It does look better. Before they were branded as estate planning, or optimized for estate planning in Northeast Ohio. I think that it's all starting to come back to me. Like I said, I'm re-recording these videos when the audio didn't pan out the first time. But we'll go over best practices and some of my opinion. And if for any reason anyone from that law firm stumbles upon this, great, I just did a free audit for you, and you can take it or leave it. But yeah, it was certainly re-optimized. So, maybe some of the things that I said before will actually have been corrected now and then. I guess we'll take a look. It just depends if it was a redesign or it was SEO re-optimization too. So the last time I did this, let's go back here. I opened up a searching title in Google. I'm not sure what that means. So I'm just going to kind of go through, and I'm going to look at, to start, basically how they appear online. So every single time I kind of want to do like a little bit of an audit of what's going on with a law firm, to look at their name. I'll go online, search for that. You can see their site links, team contact, a particular attorney, about us. The first thing pops up, Facebook. I mean, only one vote, that's fine as long as it's 5 stars. And then you kind of go through there on a few profiles and some directories. These are some of the things that I look for as far as like online reputation, and seeing if we have to make an effort to get additional reviews. 7 doesn't really typically cut it always. Typically people are looking for 20, 25 5-star reviews, as many as 40 in some markets, especially when they're very competitive. I see that there is a company profile there. So there's some, basic stuff. I actually wanted to take a look again, maybe at their description. So it looks good, your go-to resource for estate planning. So they didn't really change that. If you can look here, we look at the source code to see what their meta title and description is. So they don't really specify exactly what practice area they are. They're just saying that they're a top law firm. So that, in the eyes of Google and maybe consumers, that could be, the dozens upon dozens of practice areas that exist. So it doesn't really dive into anything in particular. So practice areas is going to be the opportunity to kind of do that a little bit more. So, you'd expect the estate planning, elder law, special needs planning, business law, some of these to be, if they're optimizing the homepage for a law firm in Cleveland, you'd pretty much expect these individual pages to be estate planning, lawyer, law firm, or attorney in Cleveland, elder law, Cleveland. So in this situation, if we see estate planning and we look at the source again, and we see that planner estate with trusted lawyers, you can see that it's kind of like here. but it's definitely not here. And the reason that they might do this is because that title probably appears pretty well in a result. Like you would see it if someone typed in, hopefully, estate attorneys in Cleveland. It's not estate planning, it's state, so that's a little bit of a faux pas, I would say. That planning is pretty essential right there. But the first thing people would see is plan your estate. So it's pretty good. I would typically reserve that for the description though, because as far as a keyword, that's a pretty essential spot for it. And then the content goes through that. So in the next video, we're going to look at the overall strategy by taking a look at the sitemap, and I'll give feedback from there about the overall strategy. From there, we're going to check out the blog and see if that approach is good and what kind of suggestions or what kind of takeaways I would have for a blogging strategy. After that, FAQ links. FAQs are really important from both structured data, content, user experience, answering questions. And then lastly, as far as this audit goes, because I'm looking at my notes for what I did last time, we're going to look at Google Maps and to search locations, because I believe that this particular law firm has 3 listed. So I'll see you in the next video.